I mean, how are things going with you and Jessica? You said back in September that, engagement could be in your future. So do you think by the end of this year you could be an engaged man?
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I don't think that's a question. When? Well, the tour throws a wrench in the plans a little bit. But yeah, I mean, we're great.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's just healthy. I think that's the best way I can, like, if I had to summarize it, I'd say I'm so healthy myself right now. I think she would say the same. Our relationship's healthy. I'm a better version of myself, a more free version of myself than I've been in a while. And so I think that's good.
Yeah,
I think that's
definitely.
great.
That's great. That's what you want.
So yeah, things are great. We're having fun, but she lives in Nashville. I live in Denver, so
Right.
we do long distance.
Gonna make the move.
She's gonna make the move to Denver. She started a little company in Denver that she launched this week, actually, and so she is starting to make plans to build a life out there.
Okay.
And I'm very thankful for that.
Yeah, so the tour bus will be the first test of living in close quarters together.
100%.
Right?
Yeah. So we've lived apart, and based on our own like moral and personal choices and history of what we've done in relationships, what's worked and what hasn't.
Yeah.
And so the tour bus will be close confines, and then the next step will be obviously moving in together.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you were so open and honest with your previous relationship in another reality show. Would you ever do that again?
Jeez. You have done. Oh man, that ended well. No, you have to remember. I mean, that was how many 40 days of production in a house that was 800 square foot. My house in Denver is so small. There's so many things about that were not smart to do.
Right.
It was a great thing for us at the time, for some reasons. But no, I don't think I want to put my life up for that. There's other really cool opportunities. TV has not been something that I've shied away from. That Jessica, she would have to walk into that world with me.
Yeah.
But I don't think I want to do like a couple. Like I just think that's so much pressure.
So much pressure, yeah. I mean, it's nice to see that both you and Lauren have moved on and are in both successful, happy relationships.
I agree.
Yeah.
I just got a question the other week, like, how do you feel about her getting married? I'm like, I mean, what do I want for her? Like to suffer forever?
Right,
No,
of course,
like,
yeah.
I'm glad she got married. I hope she's happy. I'm happy. Things are good. Life works out. And that's a great part of my story that I'll tell forever and learned a lot from, and always have high regards for the show and for her. But now, like, I'm good.
Speaking of weddings, how is wedding planning going for you? Have you checked anything off the list?
No. We don't have a date or a venue set. We've talked about it a little bit. The one thing we agree upon, which we never agree upon anything really because we're so different, but whenever the day comes, we want it to just be one big party, one big celebration. So instead of having a very formal, traditional, seated, plated meal, we just want food trucks and games. I mean, I love to play I call it bags, but it's cornhole. And so we want skee ball and cornhole and all just the fun party elements for I would say a weekend, honestly.
Yeah.
I would do it for a full weekend. I don't know if Garrett would go for it, but we'll see.
But you're just enjoying engagement life. Yeah.
We've been living together for a year now, so that's the first part. I've never lived with anyone before, so we're definitely used to each other by this point, but yeah, it's just an adventure.
Yeah.
We're taking it day by day.
I mean, you said you guys are so different. Do you think that's what makes this relationship work?
I think so. I think there's just so much variety. And it just makes life really interesting with him. It's actually funny because when we do actually agree on something, we'll look at each other and we're like, wait, are we actually agreeing right now? But yeah, I mean, I love the variety that he brings to me. He makes me think things in a different way. He makes me see things in a different light. And so that's something really, really special that I've never had in a past relationship.
Definitely. Relationships post-Bachelor aren't always easy. We just heard Kendall and Joe just broke up. I know, such a bummer. They're so
finding out
cute.
now.
Oh yeah, I know. They're so cute. I mean, reaction to that, and how do you make it work post-Bachelor? I mean, because it's difficult.
I think what has worked for Garrett and I is he's very down to earth. He's very level-headed. He's such just like a salt of the earth man. He doesn't care about all the glitz and the glam. And he of course went on the show and loved it, but he's like, that's not real life. And so he keeps me very grounded, but just to be as normal as possible. I mean, we're just a really boring couple, to be honest. We take our walks with the dog and we cook dinner together and we're just super chill. And so I think that is just going back to life, normal life as quickly as possible really helped us.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't tell you how to make it work. Yeah, I don't know.
But I mean, your life, you know, you're in the spotlight, and then you just got to kind of go back to being normal, and you're like, okay, you know, now what? Yeah, definitely.
The transition out of the show, it almost feels like you start over.
Yeah.
I think it's a good way to look at it. It's like you met somebody you're super intrigued by, that you probably love and care a lot about, and like the proposal probably means something. Like it is. It's like I am proposing to you, to commit to you, to take this next step with you, and all those things are real. But I think you also, when you get off the show, it's important to take a step back and like almost start over again. Like understand what it's like to be in this world, dating, loving on each other, combating with each other, compromising with each other. That would be my advice.
Right.
Is, hey, you might mean it, but start over again and like restart this dating process.
Yeah, like almost hit the reset
Yeah.
button. Yeah.